Punter Corey Bojorquez re-signing with Browns. The Browns crossed off a need from the off-season list before it appeared. Punter Corey Bojorquez is re-signing with Cleveland. He posted as much on his Instagram late Wednesday night, and a league source confirmed the move Thursday morning. "The boys are running it back," Bojorquez wrote with a picture of him, kicker Andres Suimt, and long snapper Rex Inahara. Bojorquez became an unrestricted free agent Wednesday, and the Browns seemed prepared to lose him after 4 seasons. Instead, he's coming back. Bojorquez, 29, has played 67 games with the Browns and has a powerful left leg. He was inconsistent in 2025 with a 45.8-yard average after averaging at least 48.5 yards in the 3 previous seasons. He was used a ton the last 2 seasons, leading the NFL with 89 punts for 4,387 yards in 2024 and 91 for 4,165 in 2025. He had a career-high 36 punts inside the 20-yard line in 2024. New special teams coordinator Byron Storer did mention him last week when listing several players he was looking forward to coaching. He then sounded pessimistic when asked about keeping Bojorquez. Browns tender restricted free agent Ronnie Hickman have right of first refusal. "Corey, we're still going through the process," Storer said. "We're looking at free agents, draft, doing self-scouts. We're exploring all options. But I do want to say that for Corey, that I respect the 4 years that he's been here and what he's done here for the Cleveland Browns, and as I go through this building and I ask people about him, there's nothing but good things that they've said about him. So I really respect the player." Making cuts. The moves were procedural and not a surprise. The Browns voided the expiring contract of right tackle Jack Conklin. His salary cap hit for 2026 will be $12.4 million, according to OvertHeCap.com. The Browns designated tight end David Njoku and right guard Wyatt Teller as post-June 1 cuts, allowing them to spread out the salary cap ramifications. Teller will count $8.3 million against the cap in 2026 and $11.1 million in 2027. Njoku's tab will be $9.5 million in 2026 and $14.8 million in 2027. On Wednesday, the Browns voided the contract of left guard Joel Bitonio, who will count $23.5 million against the cap in 2026. Bitonio, Conklin, Njoku, and Teller are unrestricted free agents. Bitonio's considering retirement. Corey Bojorquez re-signs with the Browns. A quiet weapon returns. In the high-energy world of professional football, the spotlight often shines on quarterbacks launching deep passes, wide receivers making spectacular catches, or defenders delivering game-changing tackles. Yet, hidden in the rhythm of the game are specialists whose impact is subtle but decisive. One of those players is Corey Bojorquez, whose recent decision to re-sign with the Cleveland Browns reinforces the importance of field position, patience, and precision in the National Football League. A specialist who shapes the field. Punters rarely dominate headlines, but their role can dictate the flow of an entire game. When a team stalls on offense, the punter becomes the strategist, tasked with flipping the field and forcing opponents to begin their drive from deep in their own territory. Corey Bojorquez has built a reputation as one of the league's powerful and consistent punters. Known for his booming leg and ability to pin opponents inside the 20-yard line, he has quietly developed into a reliable weapon. For the Browns, bringing him back isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about preserving a strategic advantage. The journey to Cleveland. Before settling in Cleveland, Bojorquez's path through the NFL included several stops that helped shape his professional identity. He spent time with teams like the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers, refining his craft and proving his durability in a demanding league. Each team offered new systems, new coaches, and new stadium environments. For a punter, those changes matter. Wind patterns, field surfaces, and special teams philosophies all influence performance. By the time Bojorquez arrived in Cleveland, he had gained the experience needed to adapt quickly and perform under pressure. Why the Browns wanted him back? For the Browns coaching staff, continuity on special teams is critical. A reliable punter provides stability during tight defensive battles, which Cleveland often finds itself in due to its physical style of play. When Bojorquez steps onto the field, his job is clear: control territory. A well-placed punt can turn a dangerous opponent drive into a long uphill battle. Over a season, those hidden yards add up, shaping outcomes in ways casual fans might not immediately notice. Re-signing him sends a message that the Browns value the details of the game. While star players often attract attention, championships are frequently built on dependable role players who execute their responsibilities with precision. Chemistry with the special teams unit. Another factor behind Bojorquez's return is chemistry. Special teams success relies on timing between the long snapper, punter, and coverage unit. Even a fraction of a second can determine whether a punt is clean or blocked. By keeping Bojorquez in the system, Cleveland maintains the rhythm already established within its special teams unit. The familiarity allows the group to focus on improvement rather than adjustment. For fans, the difference may appear small. For coaches and players, it's the type of consistency that can swing close games. The hidden drama of the punt. A punt might last only a few seconds, but it carries layers of tension. As the ball rises into the stadium lights, coverage players sprint downfield while returners judge the trajectory. One bounce can change everything, rolling out at the 2-yard line or drifting into the end zone for a touchback. Bojorquez's ability to control distance and hang time gives Cleveland defenders an edge. A high, well-placed punt forces returners into difficult decisions and gives the coverage team time to swarm the ball. In that moment, the punter becomes the quiet architect of defensive opportunity. What this means for the upcoming season. The Browns have built their identity around strong defense and physical football. In such a system, field position becomes a powerful ally. By re-signing Bojorquez, Cleveland strengthens a piece of the puzzle that often goes unnoticed, but is essential to winning tight contests. Games in the NFL frequently hinge on small margins, a missed assignment, a single turnover, or the difference between starting a drive at the 10-yard line instead of the 35. Bojorquez's role is to influence those margins every time he kicks, more than just a specialist. While punters may not receive the same recognition as offensive stars, their contributions are woven into every strategic layer of the sport. Corey Bojorquez represents that reality, a player whose performance might not dominate highlight reels but consistently shapes the battlefield of the game. For the Cleveland Browns, bringing him back is both practical and symbolic. It shows that success in the NFL is built not only through explosive plays, but through disciplined execution of every detail. Looking ahead, as the new season approaches, fans will eagerly watch the Browns chase victories and playoff hopes. Amid the excitement of touchdowns and defensive stands, there will be quieter moments when Bojorquez jogs onto the field, receives the snap, and launches the ball high into the sky.